bed. 52
Yeah.
Blocks presents Talking with the G-Man. We ain't got nobody in the building right now. Let's see how quick these things go out and see who we can get the fish in here or come by and check us out.
Yeah. We could wait a minute. We could wait a minute
Yeah,
too.
you chatted
Maybe.
up a little bit. You know, we should get some people soon. This 8 o'clock. It's a good time to go live like a wire. My
Yes,
my
sir.
battery life ain't too good, so I don't know how long we got because my phone is trash. Like the battery is done from overcharging. Okay, we got Black Haze has arrived in the building.
Yeah.
Salute,
Salute.
salute,
Salute. We
salute,
working.
Black Haze. We about to break down some Marshall talk. This is regular chatting. We ain't got a real direction. The biggest direction here is G-Man has his own channel. We want to
Salute.
put that out to the people. So he's dropping videos. He got content. Okay, Black Haze. Okay, that's who you are. That's your type. That's your handle. All right, yeah, we was just on the phone breaking down some things, so we're gonna go over. Me and him had a good conversation, so part of that conversation could bleed into this conversation here. Salute for being here. You the first one in the building. You wasn't playing, Black Haze. You wasn't playing. You jumped right up in here. We got two people in the building. Let it climb. We got to send it out.
Let's go. You see the work?
Yeah, it's 1:53. So what we're gonna do is we'll probably start trying to cook around the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. We got another minute and to give people a little bit more time to jump in the building. Lyte Burly is live. I'm here with the G-Man. Expect more lives. You know what I'm saying? We locking in with the lives 2026. I know everybody, I've told everybody, yeah, I'll be going live more. And then I fall off like a bad bag of dope. But don't even worry, I'm back better than before. What's this? AR 1211, I think that is. Salute, fam. Hopefully, I ain't butcher your handle. We got some people coming in the building. We here. It's your boy.
Yeah.
The 52 Block King is in the building. I got G-Man with me. G-Man got his own channel. For while we waiting, tell him where to find you at on YouTube. While we waiting for people.
On YouTube, you can find me at GMAN TV.
G-Man TV. Everybody heard that? If you don't know who he is, go check out his channel. Bro, what's that? Bro Enchantment? What was it? Enchanted? Infinite? I'm butchering names here. I'm pardon that.
I believe
Salute.
it's Infinite.
Infinite. Okay. Infinite. There we go. See, that's why G-Man here. I'm here butchering names. Bro, Infinite. Salute. Salute, warrior. Smash that like button as you come in, please, because it helps the video to get out. We got 8 people in here. Can we get 8 likes? You ain't here to cooking yet, but if you can smash that like button when you come in, it would really help the video get out, and we can get some more people in the building. Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. All right, we gonna go to the 5-minute mark to give people a little more time to come in. Smash that like button. What Blue Blood be saying? I like what Blue Blood say. He said, what he say? Wipe your feet before you step in my house. Smash that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Bars.
Yeah, bars.
Smash that like button. Don't come through here just peeking, and all you gotta do is press that button to help this video get a little bit more exposure. We gonna work. We ain't got too much of a direction. Yeah, we ain't got too much of a direction. We're just going to chat it up. But me and Black Haze was having a good conversation on 52 and the use of it, and martial arts that don't have any sparring in them. We're going to talk about it, why they're trash. And that's right, I said it. They are trash. Sheesh. Take them out to the dumpster, leave it next to Sunday's trash. That's where you can leave that art. It can't serve you no purpose. Oh, 5 minutes. We are in. Salute to everybody in the chat. We got 7 people in the building. It's good enough
Salute,
to
salute.
start talking. Hopefully everybody come in. Once again, run them the YouTube channel so they know where you at.
I'm known as the G-Man, baby. You can find me at GMAN TV on YouTube.
And pretty much what type of things you're gonna be breaking down over there. Give people an overview of what's gonna be happening on this
Well,
channel.
it's more breaking down, the subconscious and how to connect with your divine energy, source energy, in the way of stoicism as well.
Okay. Bars. We're gonna do a little bit of that tonight too. That's another thing we got to touch on. So first out the gate, me and the homie Black Hayes was having a conversation because if anybody is locked into my Instagram or my Facebook, you'll probably see it more there than on YouTube because I got to watch for copyright strikes. People don't like what I'm saying, so they'll copyright strike my video. So I keep a lot of those things on Instagram and Facebook.
Haters.
Yeah, well, you can't do that at. But
The haters.
yeah. Pretty much what I was saying, the art was Sauces Ryu. It's an art made famous by Moses Powell. And salute to Moses Powell, Soki Little John. They made this art pretty famous. And as of today, we've seen a lot of demos of this art. Like, throw a punch, they leave their arm there, they go through their moves. I grab the wrist, I grab them by the throat, I throw them on the floor. So I've been making reaction videos, for all intent purposes, clowning that style of training because it's not real training and it won't be effective in a real time fight. You're gonna go out there and get yourself boo bop. He said, I seen the video of Joe Rogan bashing you. Yeah, Joe Rogan didn't understand, but he did give me some light. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really understand the full message. But salute to Joe Rogan for giving me a B12 shot and boost, and more people sought me out. But pretty much like I was saying is that arts that just offer demonstrations without sparring and showing us how it looks against a non-compliant opponent is trashy. So before I jump into it, because I got my thoughts on it, I'm gonna ask you, Mr. G-Man, art that is only relying solely on demonstrations to teach you, what would that equal up if you got into a real fight? Where would you be?
On your pockets.
On your pockets? Which pockets?
On your back pockets.
Back pockets. Why?
On your back.
So you mean pretty much on your back? Can you elaborate? Why? Why would that be?
Well, sparring is simulation. You need sparring for simulation, right? For real time. Nobody full of adrenaline is going to stand still for any of that 55 punch kicks or whatever they're trying to demonstrate. A non-compliant person is not going to sit around and wait for all of that to happen. So if they're not sparring and doing this on real time, then it's just a demonstration.
It's just a demonstration.
Yeah, it's just a demonstration. Because it's not gonna work if they're not doing it in real time.
Smash that like button, people. 10 people in the building. Can we get at least up to 5? Can we get half the likes of the people in the building? Because I know there's 7 people here that is hold on, my man. What's this? Aura World. Burly, is damn good to see you, brother. It's been a year since we talked. Just throwing you some love. Appreciate you, warrior. Salute. You get that skull and bone salute. You get that skull and bone salute. So go back to what you're saying. The demonstrations won't transfer over into real fighting because of what? Smash that like button. Go ahead.
Because there's, like I said, sparring is needed for simulation. You know what I'm saying? It's needed.
Okay.
Right? Because it gets your timing. It gets you to get your timing down, stuff like that. But demonstrations, these things is fantasy, LB, man. That's all fantasy, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I seen the video, the dude got his hand out. He's like frozen. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Even a person, I told you this on the phone, I said, even a person that can't fight is not going to be compliant in that way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
where
right.
you can do all of that stuff to him. Now, eventually, if you could get to him and he don't really know much, then you have the upper hand. But like, you know, I see a lot of those demonstrations. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if he was the one to set it off, like if you standing still and he set it off on you, then you're gonna get hurt. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like the setup. Hey, he gotta set you up where you're not paying attention to do all of that. But a person that's engaged, adrenaline is pumping. Like, no, I don't see none of that happening.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think Mr. G-Man gave a very good breakdown, and I'm gonna go deeper. Fighting is, you know, scientifically proven. Fighting is the most unnatural thing we do. Like, you can take a baby that's just slid out of the JJ, throw them in water, and they will naturally float, and they will naturally know how to hold their breath. There are things that we do naturally and things that are unnatural. And it's been purported that fighting is the most unnatural thing that we can do. So if fighting is the most unnatural thing that we can do, there is no way, and I mean no way, that a demo is going to get you ready for the real fight against a non-compliant opponent. Let's just use a little common sense here, people. Let's just put a little logic, remove your emotions. If you're training against a non-compliant opponent to use an art against, if you're training against a compliant opponent to use an art against a non-compliant opponent, where are you going to go? How does that even make sense? You know, that's like training for social studies, but you doing math. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two different worlds that, you know, you're training for one world of like a man that's trying to whip on you. He trying to put that boo bop on you. Like, he want to boo bop you. But your training is against someone who's not trying to boo bop you. It's never going to work, people. Now, demonstrations do serve one purpose: promotion. You know,
Promotion.
if I do a demonstration to promote my art, that's the only thing it does. And to me, the demos are really is mispromotion, is bad promotion from what they're doing, because they selling you this John Wick ish. I'm trying not to curse because I get crazy. They're selling you this John Wick ish.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? For something that will be nothing like John Wick. The fight will be nothing like that. The fight is chaos. It's chaos embodied. It's organized confusion, and you have to find your way through that. So why is sparring really so important? More than just learning your technique. Sparring gets you used to getting punched and hit on. So if you're a boxer, you want to get used to getting punched in your face. If you're a kicker, you want to get used to being kicked. If you're a wrestler, you want to get used to being choked and slammed, so you don't reach, because you got fight or flight. So you don't just take off running. You want to prepare your body for this type of punishment. You know, add on to that, G-Man. I don't want to run my mouth too much. Add on to that. What you got to say about that?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
I broke up. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
I was saying, could you add on to what I was saying?
Yeah, because you broke up before that. What did you say?
I was saying that that fighting, you need to get used to being punched in your face. You need to be getting used to kick, choke, slam, all of that for a real fight. So go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, of course, and it calms down the adrenaline too, because you're about to get into something that is very familiar. So you might not have as much adrenaline pump than the other guy that might not know much. You know what I'm saying? So that helps with the calmness, and it takes your emotions out of the fight. You know? Yeah, man. So, you know, if you're not sparring and you're not getting used to like you said, not only the timing and whatever else is going on in sparring, but just to get touched up. So, if you get clipped with something real good, then it's something that you kind of get used to, hopefully, I don't promote, you know what I mean? I don't promote getting boo-bopped all the time. Defense is key. But even, you could be on your best defense and one or two are going to slip through. You know what I mean? So you got to get used to it.
You can't swim without getting wet, right?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And this is the reason why sparring is so important. That line right there, to me, puts everything in place. There is no swimming without getting wet. You can't do it. You can't demonstrate you on the side of the pool doing your strokes, but you ain't getting the water yet. You ain't in the water. You know what I'm saying?
You're not in the water.
You throwing them strokes. Like my homie, like Black Hayes just said, you out there dry land swimming. And then you get in the water and you drown and you sink like a stone. Because the demo and the actual thing, two different things, people. So this is why I do the reaction videos and I go at Saunces Ryu in any art. It's not just Saunces Ryu. I can go at Wing Chun. There's many, many arts I can go at that don't boast enough sparring. Even though you got some Wing Chun brothers, they out there punching each other in the face. But once they do that, it really looks similar to kicking and punching to me. I don't see the Tan Sal's, the Fine, the Quan Sal's. Just looks like a whole bunch of punching and kicking. It looks like what we doing on this side of things, right? You can hear me, Mr. G-Man?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
go ahead. Speak on it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, Burly. I'm getting a call. Let me hang it up. Go ahead. Repeat that, bro. My bad, bro.
So I'm saying that punching and kicking, you got to get used to it. So is there a way to swim without getting wet? Let's just say that.
Absolutely not. Anything you do that's like eating a jalapeno but don't want to feel the burn. You know what I'm saying? You can't get into something and not get wet. You know what I'm saying? Like especially sparring. You spar, you getting wet, you in the water. You know what I mean? That's the main part, man. Anything outside of what they trying to demonstrate, they're not getting wet. They just demonstrating. And it's mostly like the head of the class dude, the sensei or the sifu, and he got a bunch of crash dummies that he's punching on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I even believe that type of training is slightly narcissistic. I believe it has some traits of narcissism in it.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Why is the dude doing the moves always the winner? Why is he always the winner? Like the dude demoing never gets hit, nothing ever happens to him. He's just always the winner.
Yeah.
How's that possible? Is there any fight where you're always the winner? I just seen a sparring match with Terrence Crawford. He was getting boo-bop. Go ahead. My fault.
I'm saying not even in life.
Deep. Talk about it. So life doesn't make you always the winner. You're not always the winner in life. Why not?
Bro, you're not always winning in life, bro.
Oh, you lying. Stop lying. Because I think there's a lot of cap up in here. Please break down the truth. Like, why doesn't life always make you the winner?
Because it's the variables of life.
Variables.
The variables
Talk about
of life. Now it's all how you take your losses. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between taking a loss and wanting to kill yourself, or taking a loss and learning from it and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But even in life, you're not gonna get all the W's. There'll be a point where you winning, and boom. And there'll be that time where you took a loss somehow, somewhere, financially, or relationship, something. You know what I'm saying? Where you take a loss. So even in life, you know, life is a formidable opponent, dude.
Bigger.
You know what I'm saying?
More than you know. So you not capping. So you ain't capping. That's me
capping.
just hearing wrong. You ain't capping.
No, I'm not capping, son.
You talking the truth.
Talking the truth.
So you heard it right here from Mr. G-Man. If life is not giving you the constant win, like in the airport where I don't know what that means. Okay, that's my fault. Let me move this out the way. What's going on? Let me see. What's this? Start question and answer. Okay, that was something I see new coming up, so I just threw it up. I thought it was something. Let's see. Aurora said, "We fall down, we teach ourselves how to get back up again." Is that a fact?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, and that's
all over the world is talking that truth. Go ahead.
You know, it's the subconscious, bro. Everything's in your subconscious, man.
All right. Well, let's bridge into that gap since you done brought it up. What break down what the subconscious means to you. What does the subconscious mean to you?
Well, the subconscious, it controls everything that you are, because the subconscious, it trains you for whatever you give it. So it has no morality, right? It has no morality. It doesn't know right from wrong. Your subconscious doesn't know anything like this. It doesn't know it's wrong. So, like, if you have a drug habit, your subconscious doesn't know this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But all it knows is what you feed in it.
So hold on. Let me get this right. So you saying if you have a drug habit, the subconscious is going to make you want the drug more because it doesn't know that the drug is bad for you? That's what you're telling me right now?
Yeah, it doesn't know that the drug is bad for you. So when you start getting off like an addiction, you have these constant urges. So that's your subconscious. It's trying to save you, but it doesn't know. It doesn't know anybody better because you've been in this space so long. The subconscious thinks this is life. So when you take it away, it's trying to save you. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't know morality. The subconscious only knows what you feed it. So if you feed it low vibration stuff, that's your vibration that's coming off of you. You know what I'm saying? So if you feed it high vibration, then you're not making a bunch of stupid mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Being super emotional, you're more logical, your awareness is better. I could go on and on, bro.
Well, hold on. Before you go on, we got to address. We got what's this? New fracking martial arts says my subconscious doesn't work that way. My subconscious knows more than my conscious, man. Well, let me answer that one. That means you just really it flew over your head. It flew over your conscious head what the brother G-Man just said. Your subconscious is no different from anybody's subconscious. What G-Man said is very true. Your subconscious mind, think of it as a soil. Think of it as a soil that's rich. It will return anything you plant. So if you plant poison, you get poison.
Get poison.
If you plant the antidote, you get the antidote. And the subconscious mind is over the conscious mind. This is correct because the conscious mind has to turn off. The subconscious mind is forever running. Forever running.
Forever running.
It's always running.
This is why. Let me break this down. And this is why it's called enlightenment. Because the light is within the lamp.
Woo! Hold on. What did you just say? Say that again, brother.
It's called enlightenment because it's enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? So the light is within the lamp. The lamp is you. You got to connect to your upper subconscious to connect to the divine energy, source energy that you need.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I'm going to go even further than that. Subconscious is God. I'm going to say it again. Subconscious is God.
I
You do
agree.
not pray to anybody in the sky. The only person up in the sky is the universe, the stars, other planets, and everything else happening. There's no man sitting on the cloud. There's nobody that's going to hear you or save you. Your subconscious is God making you God. But a lot of people don't want to hear this. See, some of us. Okay, I'm gonna get to some of these questions.
Yeah, get to some of the questions,
Yeah,
bro.
you are. Before I get there, you are God, and the more that you pray to something that's not there, your prayers will never be answered. So let's get to some of these comments. Some of us been fighting our whole lives, home in the streets, in the desert, in our hearts, always a battle. But we learn how to improve, improvise, adapt, overcome. Meaningless in the world are the humbled, or the meanest in the world are the humble. Okay. Well,
Okay.
the things that you go through will shape you.
Yes.
Black Hayes said, no spooky mystery God. That's right. There's
That's
nobody
right.
sitting in the cloud
There's
trying to save
nobody
you.
up there. There's nobody up there.
Art 211 says, GMAN, do you practice 52 blocks?
Yes, I practice 52 blocks.
Okay. He is a practitioner. He is one of the people that I came to Florida to meet the GMAN. Like before we knew each other, I took a trip out there, and he's always been a supporter of 52 blocks. And I'll go even deeper. He lived in some of the birthplaces of 52, Queens, Far Rockaway, Queens on the map.
On the
Salute
map.
Far Rockaway, Queens. My brother's from Far Rockaway, Queens. So he actually grew up in that time. That we can segue into something else before we get back into that. Did 52 blocks come from prison systems?
Oh, we swear. You asked me this before. I did a little bid. So I did a little stretch.
Okay.
But I ain't never seen no 52 in jail.
So
no, I'm being honest. I ain't never seen no 52 in jail while I was locked up in prison. I never seen it.
Did you see fights?
I seen fights, but everything's sneaky in prison, bro. Nobody really fighting head up like that.
So
everything real sneaky.
You don't get too many fades?
You know who gets the fades? The OGs, they do the fades.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the younger dudes, they're gonna wait for you to not be looking, stab you all up in the back, stuff like that. So I never seen 52 in prison.
Oh, so you ain't gonna get the time to really get your 52 off, because a lot of sneak attacks is happening.
Yeah, man. You better off being a wrestler in prison than a 52 practitioner.
Woo! Hold on. Did you just say what I think you said? Hold on. You saying you better off being a wrestler in prison?
Because most confrontations is like with your celly.
Mm-hmm.
You in that small ass room. You know what I'm saying? Like wrestling would be, and jiu-jitsu would be practical in that space.
Woo, the G-Man dropping bar. Go check out the G-Man YouTube channel.
Son.
Everybody
I know what I'm talking about.
Go find this man channel and check it out. He just dropped something. And listen, we had a conversation before, and he's never said what he said to me just right now. This is real new stuff he's giving y'all. This is new gems he's dropping on y'all. And I got to agree. If you in the small space, punching and striking is going to be very hard. You're going to lock up.
Can I not to interrupt your wisdom, right?
Go ahead.
But think about what's inside of a cell. Mm-hmm. I don't know if people never been locked up. It's a bathroom with a bed in it, with a bunk bed in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a bathroom along and now you got solid brick and concrete wall. Mm-hmm. You got your bunk bed that's metal. The frame's metal. Your toilet is metal. Right? The floors is concrete. The everything. Feel me? You got a locker in there. The lockers is pointy. Like if you hook off on a dude and you miss and you punch that wall, it's a wrap.
It's a rizzle.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're gonna crush your hand. So it's better that you can know jujitsu or wrestling to grab a motherfucker and tighten them up.
Know what I mean? Bars all day. I think that that was some of the realest ish I've ever heard. Like I said, I've had this conversation with GMAN many times, and he just dropped that information on us, and I think that's just no lies detected. If I was if this was Maury Povich on one of them shows and we brought out the lie detector, I'm gonna have to say no lies detected here, young man. You just kick some bars. And I ain't talking about prison bars. Bars.
Yeah. We
Salute to
working.
the G-Man.
We working.
Check
You
out
see
his
the work?
YouTube channel. Huh?
You see the work?
You see the work.
Yeah,
Now,
you see the work.
Yeah. So, getting back to our conversation about the subconscious mind being God, and you need to learn to pray to yourself and not the man in the sky. No mystery gods here. Learn to pray to the inner God inside of you. He'll hear you a lot sooner than that mystery man in the sky. We've also talked about you going into stoicism. So what led you down that path? What brought you to the path of stoicism?
Well, I got.
Oh no, it seemed like he got a call.
No. Okay. I'm back.
Yeah, you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I like stoicism. I got very interested in because it deals with your subconscious.
Okay.
Right. So I learned that a lot of, I'm not going to get into detail.
Hold on a second.
Whatever.
Salute the aura world. He got to break out. Salute. Go ahead. Continue. I just want to salute him. Go ahead.
That people can go check out my channel and look at the shorts or whatever. But, I had an addiction for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So stoicism really transformed like my whole psychology of my brain, like how things should be thought in your subconscious. And I've learned that there is an upper subconscious, a lower subconscious. There is, a connection. Everything in this world that's made, the neutrons, all that stuff that the universe has, that's in us. You understand? We just don't activate it, and that's why we always violent and what I'm saying, and confrontational, and people get depressed, people kill themselves because they don't know how to break that subconscious, that lower subconscious, because it'll trap you. Your mind is a beautiful thing, but it could be your prison or it could be your heaven. So heaven and hell is not up there, it's not down there. It's what you choose in your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in hell? Then start feeding your subconscious all negative things, pornography, you know what I'm saying? All kind of violent shows, the first 48, all these death shows. Start feeding your brain all of that, and you're gonna see how low of a vibration, and you're gonna be making wrong decisions, and you're gonna be always depressed, and this is how people off themselves. So in stoicism, I learned how to separate that emotion. Oh, everything is an emotion. You know what I'm saying? If like we talked about this, right? Like the thing about, oh, he disrespected me. There's no such thing. Nobody could disrespect you. What happens is if somebody says something to you and you are angry about it, it's because it's something inside of you haven't worked out yet. A trauma, whatever. That's a trigger.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you feel disrespected because there's some type of truth in that.
Well, I'm gonna say KMLY 3837 said, "You preaching, bro." He said, "You preaching, church." So you saying pretty much there's no such thing as ever being disrespected. There's no such thing. It's an illusion.
Well, I mean, I can't say no such thing. You know what I mean? We do gotta respect ourselves. There's a limitation to people's mouths where we gotta check them. You understand? But it shouldn't be like, man, you a sucker. No, I ain't no sucker, son. I'm gonna bust your shit up. I ain't no. Then you are a sucker if you going.
If you
I'm a
go that
sucker.
route.
Yeah, you a sucker. All right. Like it's words that you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and that has to be like uh, violate, I'll demonstrate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
So
that's the only time. That's the only time you should be demonstrating any type of violence is if some harm came to you to defend yourself. But outside of that, there's limitations to the disrespect. But I don't think that you can fully get disrespected. Disrespect to me is like, somebody walked up on our daughters and slapped the shit out of them. Excuse my language.
Yeah, watch.
Right? We're going to feel disrespected. We fathers. See how it's different than you a sucker.
Yeah. I'll go deeper than that. Like, I'll go out on the limb and say there really is no disrespect. There is not. There's violations. But see, someone slapping my daughter would be a violation. That's not a disrespect. Disrespect, like as you said, really holds no weight because it's too all over the place. I can say when you walked in my house, yo, GMAN, the way you slammed my door is disrespectful. But you just closed the door. Like maybe you put a little extra oomph on it because you was feeling good. But you're gonna be like, yo, I wasn't disrespecting you. I just closed it a little hard though. But in my mind, I can say, yo, he disrespected my house. But it's really me, as you said. It's not you, it's me. Something is turning inside of me that made me even perceive such silliness. Now if you come in my house and you break my window, that's a violation. That's a violation. Violation can get the demonstration, in the agitation. So it can bring about the boo bop. So yes, there really is no disrespect. There's no such thing. There are violations. Stay away from that. And this is what what you're saying is this is what stoicism helps you with is to be able to see these type of things. That's what stoicism is helping you with.
It's very much dealing with your emotion. It's your emotions, yo. This is why I say do not lead your life car with your emotions. Lead it with logic. We're men, guys out there that are listening. No disrespect to the women, but we're men. We need to be thinking on a logical playing field, not emotional. Leave that emotions for the women. The women be crashing out. Let us men not be crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get a handle on our emotions. And that's where stoicism is very powerful because it teaches you that most of what you feel is emotional. Like, and we always punish ourselves in our subconscious a million times in our imagination than what's really happening outside on reality. Right? And this is where people get depressed. They're always thinking of that. Thinking. You got to leave that alone. Those are just, it's your subconscious is very powerful, man. So if you can't train your subconscious to block these certain things out, you're going to be emotionally all your life. And I'm not saying that, that this is not work. I'm still building self. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk, brother, you my brother. I'm building self. What's this been like 3 months since I've been building self?
Facts.
So building your mind is like building your body. Right? You go to the gym one time, you might not see results, if any at all. But if you stay consistent in your training, right, you're going to end up seeing results. That's the same thing at like building your mind. It takes work. It takes accountability. It takes you to look in the mirror and look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they're not ready for that, bro. They're not ready to look in the mirror and be like, damn, this whole time it was you, dog. You was in your own way, dog. Not your mother. Not your, hold on, let me land my plane. Not your mother, not your father, not your daughters, not your friends. You was in your own way. You just blamed others. Oh, I can't get over here because of this person. I can't get over there because of this person. This thing about slamming the door, right? Boom. Now don't slam the door in my house, man, because when I was 3, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? She used to slam the door all the time, son. Like, don't slam the door in my house, son. Like traumas that people haven't exercised. That's where, you got to go into stoicism, because that teaches you how to separate the emotion from the reality of what you're feeling. Like, okay, so you say to me, yeah, Jay, are you a sucker? I'm stepping outside that emotion. Well, how much of that got to do with me? What that got to do with me? Like, let's think about how much of that got to do with me. It don't got nothing to do with me. Then I'm a sucker. In your eyes, I'm going to let you tell it. But you shouldn't get a reaction out of me for calling me a sucker, because you got to step outside that emotion and be like, nah, you ain't no sucker. You ain't got to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's that little, right? That little space, such a thin line where you make that emotion, right? Like you driving a car, somebody cuts you off. Yo, you speed up us on the side of him. Yo, son. And y'all arguing. And then one of y'all don't see something and boom, you killed somebody. You killed another person. Dude pulls out in the other car, shoots you. You dead. When you could have just let the dude drop by, give you the finger, let him drive by and say, yo, look at chaos. Chaos doing what chaos does. Your emotions get you in trouble. Lead your life car with your logic, not your emotion, because you'll crash your car. I landed my plane. I'm sorry, I could go on and on.
No. So all I was going to say is basically you versus you. That's what you're saying. It's you versus
you versus you. You versus you.
So even if like you're competing in the, say you're competing in the fight, you got a fight coming up, like a pro fight. It's not really your opponent that's you're fighting. It's you that you're fighting.
Yes, it's you that you're fighting.
And how is that possible if I see an opponent across the ring?
Because it's not about it's not about his confidence, about your confidence. So it's what
so even though I see the opponent, it's still me versus me then.
It's still me versus me, because I gotta be in here, my subconscious, and not have to be worried about what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So if I start thinking about what he gonna do, then I ain't gonna see shots that I'm supposed to see. My game plan's not gonna be there. So it's you versus you. It's always this inside your subconscious. It's always trying. Your like you said, your lower subconscious is always activated, and it will always try to go like this.
Pull you down?
Pull you down, dog. That's why you gotta stay enlightened. The devil, the demon made me do it. Like, there's no such thing, man. There's no demon come inside of you. Think about the logic, right? So if you're a demon that could travel through space and time and be invisible, dogs, and you able to capsulize somebody's body and make them go murder somebody, right? How could you ever have an addiction and break the addiction if that was the demon doing that to you? If he's so powerful, why was you able to just make a decision and kill and kill your addiction?
Because the demon wouldn't allow you to do it.
The demon wouldn't allow you, because think about it. He travels through space and time. He's invisible, right? Come on, son.
Hold on.
Come on,
he's invisible. Son. You can't even see him.
Can't even see him, son. And remember what you said, which was real deep too, right? You said that when you blame it on a demon, you take 100% accountability off of yourself. This is what indoctrination does, right? Religion, you never face yourself. You never face yourself, right? Like, oh, I did a bad thing, you know, the demon. Like you never face yourself. You're always looking for outside outside validation from somebody in the sky you don't see. You never hear. I don't want to listen, bro. I don't want to hear that people have heard somebody upstairs when they pray, bro. Listen, that to me is nonsense. Your meditation, your God is in here. Your communication is here. It's not up there. It's not down there. It's here. Your communication with the source is inside. Like you said, you got to connect. And most people don't know how to connect.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
too deep, son. It's too
it's
deep,
getting hot
son.
in here, son. It's getting hot in here, man.
It's too deep, son.
Man, we done let the G-Man in the building. He up in here dropping Scud missiles and Buster bunkers, and you know what I'm saying? He dropping the same thing they used to catch Bin Laden. You know what I'm saying?
Your
He up
man,
in here
hey,
dropping bunker busters. Go on.
hey, listen, your man, I can't read his name.
Who's that?
Everything starts with self. Thank you. Everything starts with self. What? That's so 100. It should be 200.
Woo. It's so 100. It should be 200. Smash that like button.
Like button,
Smash that
son.
like button. I said like button. Smash that like button.
You know what I'm
G-Man
saying?
up here, he done drop a bunker buster, got me talking crazy. I wasn't even ready. I was thinking I was coming up in here for a regular conversation. I ain't know he was gonna come up in here blowing my hair. I may have to go get me a BC tab pack after this. I ain't know it was gonna be this deep up in here, man. I didn't know it was gonna be this deep up in here, man. What G-Man doing? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check out this man's
Come
channel.
check out the channel, son.
Check out the channel. He up in here dropping bunker busters, Scud missiles, and all of that. He nuking the building. The man came up in here and nuked the building. Yeah, he said it's you against you. He's saying that you can't blame nobody else. Even your victories. Hold on. How come when everybody come to the mic, you see the award show, the first thing they say, I give all the praises due to God. What about that? Is that the same thing? What they doing?
No, why would you? Why would you thank somebody who didn't do the work?
So even the people that come up to the microphone after winning something and they say, I give all the praise due man upstairs. That's just as equivalent to saying the demon did it. That's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's indoctrination. Indoctrination. You learn it through fear. Listen, how do you love? How is a God that loves you divinely, but you have to fear him? Make that, come on, son. That don't make no, you can't make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't make this up, bro. Like, you're supposed to be an all-loving God. You send somebody here, right? He's supposed to die on the cross for our sins, to take all our sins away. But when we sin, we go to hell. Wasn't you sent your son down here to take all the sins? So now we sin, we still pay?
That sounds like double jeopardy to me.
It's double jeopardy. It's double jeopardy. And let me make something clear. If you read through the Bible, like I'm not a Bible expert, but I've read the Bible before. Now there's some things in there that are helpful for your life. I'm not going to say no. There's some helpful things, but you know what else is helpful? A life coach book. So what's the difference? It's a guy wrote it, right? Like, and you got to think about the book. It's never to us. My child, I'm talking to you. It's always through, I heard this through Peter and Paul. It's never a direct message to you. It's what somebody heard. So you already know that it was written. You know what I'm saying?
Man is up in here working, people. This man is working, people. Like some of this, you know, some people this may fly over your head because you just spent so many years indoctrinated. You don't want to hear it. I get it. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
I get it. No, I get it.
I'm gonna tell you like this: closed minds lead to detours all day.
All day.
If you want to find the detour, I can show. Listen, I don't even need a GPS for this. I can tell you how to find a detour all day. Is keep your mind closed. You'll run into many detours. Keep your mind open. The path stays open. The path stays. You can see the path long as your mind stays open. Everything the homie GMAN dropped right here tonight is facts, whether you want to look at it or not. You know, it's all facts. We're not saying toss out your Bible. We're not saying that. Let me break down what he said, because he said some real thing. He said, "What's the difference between the Bible and the life help book? You know, what's the difference? They're both the same thing. The Bible is pretty much a good way of understanding how we took in information all of these years. It's like if I could put a book of good sayings together, that would be that. And this is not to blow your mind. Like I said, certain people ain't ready for this information. Hold on. What's your channel? What's the name wants to know your channel before I finish? Drop your channel on them again.
You can find me on GMAN TV, all caps. G dash man TV.
He's right here on the YouTube. He just got his YouTube channel going. People go over there, sub to my man, you know, help him get monetized. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with throwing a penny into the wishing well. Even the wishing well needs you to throw a penny in there.
Please.
So there's nothing wrong with helping my brother get monetized and let him keep dropping these gems. Because you just seen what he did to the building. You know, my phone was already on low battery, but he didn't drop so much, it didn't dropped all the way down. My phone ain't able to handle the information that the homie is dropping right now. So on that note, we're not going to keep you here all night. We already reached 50 minutes. What we're going to do is like, can we do another live over the weekend? You got some time on the weekend?
No, Sunday. Let's do it. Let's do Sunday. Let's do Sunday evening, bro.
All right. So Sunday evening, around 6 or 7-ish, me and my homie gonna go live again. But I just wanted to bring him to y'all. I think y'all needed to see this man because he dropping jewels. And you know, and on Sunday, before we go, you know, because you know, to get off the subject. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo, who you got and why?
Okay, this is a good fight. Depends on what T.O. shows up. Right?
Okay, what you mean by, are you talking about the T.O. that fought Lomachenko?
If the Teofimo that showed up for Lomachenko, Shakur might have some problems. But I'm going to side with Shakur because Shakur is just a master of the ring. You understand? There's some things that Teofimo does wrong. And you kind of got to be sitting in front of T.O. for him to allow him to do what he does. And I don't think Shakur is going to allow that. The range finding, the range mastery that this kid has is crazy, man. Shakur is just real skillful. I'm leaning towards Shakur.
Shakur by knockout?
Nah.
You don't see no knockout?
I don't see it. If I see a knockdown that he knocked T.O. even down would be impressive without him breaking his hands. You know, Shakur got hand problems. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think he's going to, you know, get out, come in, blah, blah, blah. You know, Shakur, he's going to do what he got to do. His IQ is going to do what it got to do to win. But what happens if he gets clipped by T.O.?
So who has the stronger power side?
T.O.
Okay.
T.O. And T.O. got the upper puncher's chance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking at the scorecards, how you see the scorecards? For all my people that might be betting, how do you see the scorecards?
Me? Shit.
7-5, 8-4, 9-3.
Yeah, I think I might see 7-5, 8-4. I can see that.
Okay.
I don't see if he washes Tio, that shit'll be great.
Yeah.
But I think Tio's gonna give a little bit. I think he's gonna give Shakur a little bit of problems the first couple rounds. I'm gonna give Tio those first couple rounds probably. Because you know Shakur's gonna have to start timing him, getting the timing. Maybe it'll be a slow 3 rounds because they're both twitchy, explosive.
Okay.
So they might be both hesitant. So we never know really what we're going to get in this fight. But I still lean towards Shakur. But I do see Tio, if he lands something clean, Shakur might have a problem because we never really seen Shakur hurt.
Okay.
Right? We never seen him get clipped by something good. We never seen him go through any adversity.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Even Floyd's been through adversity in a lot of his fights. He's won them all, but we've seen Floyd go through adversity in fights where it looked like he might be losing his fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he starts tapping you up and he wins the rounds and he wins the fight. So, you know, let's see. That's a great fight, man. I'm glad they're making that fight.
Yeah, I'm very happy for that fight. So for all of the bet people, you heard it right here. GMAN saying 7-5, 8-4. I believe 8-4 is fair. I think 8-4 is some fair numbers because I see Tio. I see this fight like Zab Judah versus Mayweather.
Yeah,
they were both very skilled. Zab took the first 4 rounds. Mayweather took the latter 8, and I believe this fight to be the same way. If you never seen Zab fight Mayweather, go check out that fight and check out what Mayweather said before that fight. They said, Mayweather, how this fight going to go? He said, man, Zab's a front runner. He'll probably take the first 4 rounds and I'll take over. And that's exactly what happened. I see the Shakur Tio fight going the same way. But once again, salute from Lyte Burly. Mr. G-Man, tell him again where you at.
All right. Listen, salute. My name is the G-Man, baby. You can find me on GMAN TV, all in caps, capital G dash man TV. Right? You can find me there. Go check out my videos. Please like, subscribe, leave some comments. Right now I'm concentrating on shorts. So you're going to be seeing a lot of shorts more than long form videos for right now. But I'm working. I just opened up the channel, but I'm working. The name is the G-Man. You see the work, we working.
You see the work, people. You see the work. Salute to everybody in the chat, everybody that stopped through, and everybody that smashed that like button that got more likes than people in the building right now. Thank you for giving me your time and watching this. We'll be back Sunday evening. We're coming back Sunday evening. What's this? Mr. Next 5526. Salute. We coming back Sunday evening. Check out the talk there. We're going to talk more stoicism. We're going to talk more about the subconscious. We're going to talk about fights, you know, and we're going to take questions and answers. So salute to everybody in the chat. It's been a pleasure. 52 Blocks, Mr. G-Man, signing off.